In the quiet town of St. Mary's, Georgia, the Riverview Hotel stands tall as a relic of the past, its history shrouded in whispers of the supernatural. The hotel is well known to locals and paranormal enthusiasts for its spooky. The most recent story involves a particular room where an elderly gentleman recently passed away. Known for his reticence, he died of natural causes in that very room, adding to its unsettling reputation. Clay, a dedicated ghost hunter for Time to Play TV, chose the hotel for his latest investigation. He came here with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, eager to discover the truth behind the hauntings that intrigued him. As soon as he entered the room, he felt a strange chill that seemed to permeate the air. The room was classically styled, with creaky floors and antique furniture, which only added to the sense of unease. Clay began to set up his recording equipment, a process marked by an uneasy feeling of being watched. His first clue came when the fan in the room suddenly turned off and on by itself. At first, Clay assumed it was a mechanical malfunction, but the fan's erratic behavior continued, its cycles becoming more frequent and unpredictable. As he moved around the room, he noticed that the bathroom door, which had been slightly ajar, was slowly closing on its own. He reasoned that it might be a draft, even though he had made sure all the windows were tightly closed. He kept an eye on the door, noting how it creaked and shifted as if pushed by an invisible hand. Clay's skepticism began to wane, replaced by a growing unease. Determined to capture more evidence, Clay decided to leave the camera running while he slept. He set up his gear and tried to rest, though sleep did not come easily. The room was electrified, and every creak of the floor or rustle of the curtains seemed amplified in the oppressive silence. In the middle of the night, Clay was suddenly awakened by a loud scratching sound. His heart pounded as he watched the bed shake violently, the bed frame shaking as if some invisible force was trying to pull it apart. The movement was so obvious that it shook the old furniture in the room. Clay's pulse quickened as he quickly turned off the camera, fear overwhelming him. He could no longer stay in the room. The shaking bed had broken his resolve. Clay's experience at the Riverview Hotel left him deeply unsettled. The footage showed inexplicable movements, but it was the personal experience of the shaking bed and the chill that permeated it that truly haunted him. The Florida Theater in Jacksonville, Florida, has long been a hotbed for paranormal investigators. The theater, with its ornate design and rich history, is rumored to be haunted by the spirits of those who once frequented its grand halls. Investigator Steve, known for his dedication to uncovering the truth behind ghostly legends, decided to investigate the theater with his team. As they began their investigation, the team noticed dark shadows and unusual movements in the balcony area, visible only through their night vision cameras. The theater, which was in near total darkness except for the faint glow of an exit sign, seemed to come alive with spectral activity. Despite a thorough search of the area, the team was unable to find any plausible explanation. The footage captured by the group's cameras was later analyzed and revealed something extraordinary. In one of the shots, a shadowy figure appears in an empty chair in the balcony. The appearance of this figure is gradual, with earlier shots showing an empty chair and later shots showing the shape of a person sitting there. The figure appears to move slightly, adding to the sense of a ghostly presence. The footage was impressive enough to be shown on a popular ghost hunting show, where it was analyzed and deemed authentic. The gradual appearance of the image, coupled with the absence of any other people in the theater at the time, gave credence to the claim that the Florida theater was indeed haunted. Despite some skepticism from the public, the findings of the investigation were compelling. The visual evidence provided a rare glimpse of the supernatural, although the true nature of the shadow remained a mystery. The Florida Theater continues to be a popular destination for those interested in learning about the paranormal. Deep in the remote countryside of Saudi Arabia, an ancient, dilapidated house sits isolated, surrounded by the arid desert. The house has long been the subject of local folklore, rumored to be haunted by demons. Explorer and paranormal investigator Allah, renowned for his daring expeditions, decides to investigate the house, taking his team and live streaming the event to a rapt audience. By the time Allah and his team arrive at the house, the sun has dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the dusty terrain. The exterior of the building is weathered, with broken windows and a sagging roof that betray years of neglect. The team sets up their equipment, including cameras and recording equipment, for a night of investigation. Inside the house is eerily quiet, the only sound the occasional creak of old wooden floors. Allah's team moved cautiously through the rooms, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The air was heavy with anxiety, and Allah's initial excitement quickly turned to unease. As the night wore on, Allah began to experience an intense sense of confinement. Doors that had been opened seemed to close on their own, and windows that had once been accessible now felt as if they had been sealed shut by some invisible force. The sense of confinement grew stronger, and Allah described it as feeling as if the walls themselves were closing in. The live stream captured Allah's growing desperation as he tried to open the doors and windows, only to find them locked. His attempts to call for help were met with silence, and the stifling atmosphere of the house only added to his anxiety. The team's equipment picked up strange noises and inexplicable disturbances, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the investigation. Despite their best efforts, the group found themselves unable to escape the house. Allah's frustration and fear were palpable as he struggled with the invisible barriers that seemed to be holding him captive. His live viewers watched in real time, their concern growing as Allah described the growing sense of dread. After what seemed like an eternity, Allah managed to open one of the doors and escape the house. The live stream ended abruptly as he fled into the night, his group close behind. Footage from the investigation shows the tense and terrifying moments leading up to their escape, capturing the raw fear and confusion of the experience. house remains a mystery, its haunted reputation reinforced by Allah's harrowing investigation. While some dismiss the incident as a result of psychological stress or technical failure, others remain convinced that the house's malevolent presence. The investigation added a new chapter to the house's legend, leaving many wondering about the true nature of the forces at work. In the bustling city of Calgary, Alberta, the Holiday Inn is a modern and unassuming hotel, a typical stop for travelers looking for comfort and convenience. However, one stay at the hotel turned into an inexplicable and extraordinary event. The young woman, excited about her new purchase, set up her camera to record her unboxing a new necklace in her hotel room. The video began as a cheerful story about her new jewelry, but quickly took a strange turn. As the woman chatted happily with the camera, strange things began to happen. The camera captured an unpleasant scene. Bananas flew off a shelf in the hallway and scattered across the floor for no apparent reason. The woman, initially startled, tried to laugh it off, but the situation quickly escalated. The hotel room door slammed shut on its own, a phenomenon that seemed inexplicable since there was no draft or disturbance. The most alarming incident occurred when the bathroom sink turned on full blast, water gushing out uncontrollably. The girl's reaction was one of genuine fear, her eyes widening and her voice trembling, betraying her alarm. The sink suddenly working, along with the other inexplicable events, added to the sense of unease. When the girl's family reviewed the footage, they were also baffled. The video showed the girl's genuine reaction to the strange events, raising questions about the reality of the incident. Some viewers suggested it was a hoax, but the girl's genuine fear and the unusual nature of the events led many to wonder if the Holiday Inn had its own supernatural presence. The footage quickly went viral, with online debates about whether the hotel was truly haunted or whether the events could be attributed to other explanations. The video's eerie content and the girl's real-time reaction added to the mystery, earning the Holiday Inn a new and unsettling reputation. The Holiday Inn incident became the subject of much attention and speculation, illustrating how even the most mundane of places could be the setting for strange and inexplicable events. The girl's video remains compelling evidence, sparking discussions about the nature of the supernatural and the limits of explanation. If these creepy stories have got you hooked and have left you craving more creepy content, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with all of our latest videos featuring real-life scares and unsettling encounters. Don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts or share your own eerie experiences. Hit the notification bell so you'll always be the first to know when we post new content. Thanks for your support and stay tuned for more.